What's going on, guys? These are some of the changes for all the characters in Marvel Rivals Season 2. So, first we got Captain America. He will reduce his health from 675 to 650, and his reduced shield also, so he's just easier to kill, pretty much. I don't really see why that is. I know that he's sometimes really annoying to kill, but honestly, I don't think he really needed that enough, in my opinion. But Doctor Strange, he now his daggers are 18 to 16 damage, and then his Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic is less, so I'm pretty sure it will charge up faster. No, slower. I'm pretty sure. Never mind. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's slower. And then Hawk, the Green Goliath will boast enhanced. Yeah, whatever. I'm not even gonna try to saying all that. Uh, he has increased health. I think that's a really good buff. I think he really just died too easily. His guard, which is his shield, is decreased 2 seconds. So that's really good. So he should be able to get his ult faster because of that too. Because if you put it on your teammates, it gives ult charge, and then minimum charge time for Incredible Leap from 0.7 seconds to 0.5 seconds, so he can jump quicker. Magneto, his ultimate cost more, and that's it. Penny Parker, her Cyber West cluster now has a chance to crit, reduce movement speed, penalty while firing Cyber Web cluster from 40% to 20%, and it increased the health. Ooh, that's a big jump, an extra 100 health. Wow. So the web cluster now has a chance to crit. Huh. I'll like to. I'll see when in the game how that affects it, but honestly, the health buff is not really what I think it needed. I think it needed like the web to be like better in some way, or like maybe the penny mines need to be. I don't really know, but I don't know, something different. I think they just need to rework the character a little bit more. Because I don't really think Penny was necessarily too terrible. Like especially in some team comps, like it really punished the thing. I feel like sometimes it was really hard pushing into Penny. But so his leaps for the leaps damage reduction effect for himself and teammates is reduced by 5%. So not really too big of an off, but obviously 5% damage is, something. So, and that's all damage. So, I mean, it's something. It's definitely, it's gonna be noticeable probably. Thor has a health increase and a base movement speed from 600 to 650. So I think that was maybe the movement speed. I don't really think the health was necessarily needed, especially since he gains shield with some of his attacks. Now the duelist, Black Widow. I think this was they really need to add something with Black Widow. So add a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick. Oh, that's really nice actually. So a lot of times when you kick them, you can't instantly shoot, meaning that you can't actually like one shot them even though you kicked them and made them stun. So it wasn't really like even that big of a helpful because like you couldn't shoot them like a lot of times because if they were a fast character, most likely they were already out of there before you could actually charge up your shot. It was more of like a team ability. But that was after using the electroplasma explosion, which is the ultimate ability. So I'm not actually I'm not really too sure on how that works actually, because I thought it was a cake, but it's saying ultimate ability, so I'm not 100% sure. Hawkeye, the slow effect while charging the bow from 30% to 20%. So, but you're not as slow when charging it up, I'm guessing. Increases both instances of damage from hypersonic arrow from 55 to 55. Decreased energy cost for his ultimate. Uh, and improved the bow draw speed, increased from 1.35 to 1.5. So you can also shoot faster than his ultimate now. By essentially half increased now instead of 1.35. Hella. Now this is a character I really want nerfed. I don't really like playing against it. So, but it increased the cooldown time from Astral Flock. So she's easily more killable because her thing is slower charging. And then the spell field damaging a piercing knight from 30 to 35. I didn't know her even attack pierced, so that's something I didn't even know. But decrease cooldown for a soul drainer from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Is the soul drainer the little ball she throws? I think so. Which is her stun. So I think that's actually a buff. And well, I wish they nerfed her damage or something, to be honest. In my opinion, that's what needed changed. It like really felt like she was just takeover games still. Like now Human Torch reduced attack fire cluster from 0.6 seconds to 0.5 seconds. The launch timing of the primary projector has been advanced. So he just shoots faster, pretty much, I think. Yeah, okay. So he's like charge up, because like he's a really bad charge up where it like takes a second to fire. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. If I ever mistaked anything, I would love for you guys to let me know in the comments. And then he also increased the cooldown of the Flaming Meteor from 12 to 15, but added a new effect after releasing Flaming Meteor, immediately gaining 75 bonus health, which will start to fall off 3 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second. So is the Flaming Meteor is his like dash attack, right? So as soon as he like dashes to the ground, he will gain 75 health. So he'll be a little bit harder to like dive and stuff. Like Spider-Man was really easily killing him. So now if he just spams that attack, he should be able to survive because he gets 75 extra health. Now Iron Man, his hitbox size. Wow, we haven't really seen that too much. So that's a buff because it'll be harder to shoot. In my opinion, I think he needed a movement speed buff, but. He gains 100% health, activating Armor Overdrive or Gamma Overdrive that will start to fall off 5 seconds later after at a 30% at 30 per second. So, yeah, he's going to be hard to dive once again. And honestly, I think that's a pretty good buff, in my opinion. It's a needed buff. So, Iron Fist. I really hope this guy does not get buffed too hard, man. Reduce the bonus max health. Oh, okay, that's pretty nice. It reduces his health from 150 to 100, but slow the fall off rate of his health from 25 to 15. So, like pretty much he'll charge it up quicker and will be able to dive you quicker because you don't have to wait as long, and he can do it from farther away just because it's gonna drain slower. And his damage is 10 to 9, but increase the percentage damage of the max health. So kind of like Wolverine. And then decrease the cooldown for kick from 12 to 10. I think that was a needed buff. Mr. Fantastic. Now I don't really like playing this character, but I do like playing him a little bit, so I'm fine with this buff. Increase the health from 300 to 375. Boost the damage of the stretch punch from 60 to 65 and from 70 to 80 while inflated state. The flexible elongation new effect. Enemies within range now suffer a 35% slow effect. No, I don't want any more slow effects. I don't want no more of these, yo. It's also cooldown time from 10 to 8. Um, Reduce the elastic gain from a. Oh, okay, so he's gonna become when he's in his bigger form. He's actually it's gonna be a little bit harder for him to get there, and then the his damage is increased, I think. And then oh wait, no, that's never mind. That's how fast he charges up. So it's lower, but also faster. And then his bonus health is reduced, which I think is needed. Honestly, he felt really unkillable at times. When he uses ultimate ability, he immediately gains bonus health equal to that gain when entering the inflated state. I think that was really needed. I think that was 100% something that needed to happen. His ultimate seemed really, really bad. Like you could even die through it. So, okay, this is Moon Knight. This is one of the characters I actually got the Celestial with. He got really badly nerfed with his ult, but hopefully they make up for it. So he shoots fast now. That was absolutely needed. This was absolutely needed. Uh, and then gain 25% bonus health with in each enemy hit up to max of 100. 3 seconds after the bonus health stops increasing, it will start to fall off at 20 per second. So new blade, new effect. So is that ability? I do think he was really easily killable, so hopefully this helps with that. Speed up Moon Knight hook. Yeah, that's really good. You really need that. From zero point 0.4 seconds to 0.15 seconds. Extend the duration of the hand, the ultimate ability, from 3.5 to 4.5, and increase the number of talons generated during this period from 14 to 18. Additionally, the fall speed of the talons been slightly enhanced. A new damage fall off mechanic for the spell field has been added, beginning at 1.5 meters from the center and reaching a maximum reduction of 70 at 5 meters. So the fall speed, I'm pretty sure, is quicker. I think so. Scarlet Witch. I really hope they don't buff this character too much. Move Chaos Control percentage damage while increase in fixed damage from 60 to 80 per second. The boss projectile is 30 to 40. Spell field damage from 35 to 40. Increase the mystical projection from 8 to 10 seconds and reduce phase state time from 2 seconds to 1.5. Rework the slow effect of reality erasure to start at 1.5 instead of starting immediately with a linear increase to a 35% slow start over 3.5 seconds. I'm pretty sure that is his. Is that his stun? What is that? I think that's his stun, and so it will give you a slow after the stun. I'm guessing. Star-Lord, this character needs nerfed. They decreases damage. Damage fall off, maxing out at 80%. Lowering Bucky's threat against Vanguard, so they increase his hook and reduce the Kraken, which is his ultimate, from 100 to 80. So it would be harder for him to actually kill with his ultimate, and the red bar you see is now lowered instead of from 20% to 15%. So hopefully he won't be able to just kill everyone because he gets them to that red health. Wolverine, he gets more rage from his regular attacks, but has decreased. But his claw strike has been 7 to 5. Reduced rage gain from failed leap, and vicious rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gained from taking damage has been increased. Reduce the time an enemy is knocked down after the impact of the last stand ultimate ability from 1 second to 0.75. I don't really think that was needed. I think his ultimate was kind of hard to use, honestly, in a sense that so they didn't really need to do this. But I think it's fine. He kind of needed a nerf in some ways. So now this one's actually a really big one in my opinion. I don't really think it was needed, but the cooldown for Soul Bond is increased by 10 seconds. And now restores 30% of the, and then his ultimate ability now restores 30% of the fallen allies instead of a fixed 100. So tanks will get more HP, but all the squishies will be a little bit less health probably. So after activating Eternal Bond, which is Cloak and Dagger ultimate ability, the Force 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, they will made active. Oh, that was really needed. I feel like her beginning ones were like really quick to run out. So, and like you had to like follow the pathway kind of where she went, which is kind of making that Cloak and Dagger actually force your team to go in a direction. And if they didn't, then the missing out on the ultimate. So, and a lot of times the Cloak and Dagger would push into the team, which would like put you in a really bad spot if like you don't actually get a kill before it ends, you know. So I think that was very much needed. Invisible Woman decreased the shield from 300 to 250. I think they needed to nerf her in some way. I don't know if this was the way, but it definitely was one of the things I think that was OP about her. So, and then Loki, I do like this. The domain is now 5 seconds longer before you get it back. And then this one's a really cool one. I think. She got nerfed in health. I don't really think that was needed. Actually, just because of the team up, it probably was actually. But now the effects of the Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. So I don't know if like you stack them on one person, if that like actually makes it stronger, or if it just increases the time. Because I know it says right here increase the time, but it could also increase the damage. Now these Rocket Raccoon things I think are kind of retarded. To be all fairness, I've read a little bit of this before. But it decreased the healing of Rocket by 20 health per second. But if you hit them, it's increased by 55 health immediately. So that's pretty good, I guess. But and then a speed reduction from 4.5 to 7 meters. And then the jetpack dash now takes longer, 4 seconds longer, and it also is like worse, so it won't make you go as far. And then his ultimate ability got reworked from 40% to 25% damage boost, which I think is kind of retarded, to be honest, because I'm pretty sure Lunar Snow is still at 40%, if I'm not mistaken. And but you do get an additional 100%, 100 health, and capping at 150. The bonus starts to fall off after 1 second at a rate of 75 per second. Also, his ultimate got increased by 300 energy cost. Now there's some new team up abilities. The Doctor Strange Scarlet Witch, that's new. Doctor Strange gains a maximum health of increase of 100. Scarlet Witch unlocks a new magical mystic burst ability through her team up with Doctor Strange. I wonder what that will be. She, in my opinion, she didn't really do much. So I think hopefully this team up will make it where Scarlet Witch is actually good and not just buffing Magneto. Because it was like honestly one of the only reasons I saw you playing Scarlet Witch is that the team up with Magneto helped her out so much because helped Magneto, and then also Magneto just really was good and could bubble you with his ultimate, which really helped out. Winter Soldier is now with Captain America, so he gets a dash. Captain America gains an extra 100% health and a 5% damage output. And then, yeah, as I said, he gets a dash. Psylocke and Magneto have a team up now. Emma Frost gains a maximum health increase of 100. Magneto receives a Magneto ability, team up with Emma Frost. Psylocke receives a Soul Surgeon's ability through her team up with Emma Frost. Winter Soldier got removed from the Ammo Overload. Uh, and then Luna Snow and Namor got taken out. And then Magic and Psylocke. Psylocke got taken out. Namor got put into Gamma Charge. And then Scarlet Witch and Magneto have disconnected a family synergy. And then Captain America, Storm, and Thor no longer have a team up. But that is all of the Marvel Rivals Season 2 balance changes. So if you guys want me to do any more of these videos, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, peace out.